Morning, friends. Distinguished guests on the dais, especially Dr. Dattatreya Bormaneji, uh, my senior colleague and Justice of Bombay High Court, Sri N.D. Deshpande sir, Dr. Girish Mundadaji, my young friend Advocate Praveen Bhange, Engineer Nitin Mavleji, and Harshavardhan Devkate, and those who have joined offline and online course. It's very heartening to note that for the first time we are talking about law versus engineers or law with engineers. This is a very indication of the fact that the world is changing very fast. As DG of Yeshada, you will not believe the courses and the distinction that we are making for each course. For the first time, we conducted a course for Shipping Corporation of India, where most of them were engineers, but we were telling them administrative laws related to deaths on the ship, in the ports, something which is beyond the scope of engineering colleges so far. So, we are teaching administrative law to medical officers and higher technical education people. So, and that is why typically in new educational policy, they are talking about interdisciplinary approach. Engineers have been told to take up the optional courses in regional language, music, art. For the first time in All India Service training programs, we are teaching All India Service officers like IAS, IFS, IPS officers to have one photography session per week, one music session per week, art and kind of environment and social commitment kind of course. So the world is changing very fast. Attention span is getting reduced. Most of the time, the students and participants are more learned than the professors appointed. Now, this is a very clear indication of the fact that, unless professors update themselves, I don't think they will be able to cope up with the changing scenario. And the moment these students are entering the first year, half of the time they get updates on their mobile about what is happening worldwide in that particular subject. So, professor need to update. Degrees might go absolute within a period of 5 years. Many a times I say that like the medicine bottle mentioning expiry date, very shortly we will have an expiry date of degrees, just 5 years, 7 years, because anybody one who has done DOS in computer engineering in 2008 is absolutely obsolete in terms of education. He's most outdated. Maybe we need to certify on the degrees itself that 2008 commerce degree has become extinct in 2012, something like that. So we need to see beyond the formal degrees, curriculums and other things. I'll be talking mainly on property laws in my first session, but society is also becoming legal. And what I mean is very small issues are getting dragged to high courts, supreme courts. People are aware of their civil rights, and slowly almost we are moving to a legal society. And by legal, it means right from childhood, from birth to death, you are coming across thousands of acts, and unless you know at least some basic thing, probably you will not be able to excel in that particular field. And in that particular sense, I feel engineers need to know the laws. Not only they need to know urban laws and Regional Town Planning Act and Urban Sealing Act and Land Revenue Code for creating a building on the urban lands. They need to know what is FAR, what is FSI. I was Municipal Commissioner of Pune also during COVID times, and half of the time engineers and CAs and even the company secretaries are dealing with such complicated issues of land that they never have imagined during their curriculum that they would come across such kind of situation. Now people are thinking of TDR in probably slowly they have already announced first layout on the moon. So you will not believe what kind of society that you will see in next 40 years. And therefore I request that every engineer, in spite of having a 4.5 years curriculum, must know some basics of laws, especially property laws, media laws, many social laws, and I am also teaching sometimes administrative law practical issues. And I have seen many senior officers, corporates, and even very distinct chairmen and board of members coming into difficulty because of the small errors in some or the other law. And therefore, I feel this is a very interesting step forward that for the first time we are discussing laws for engineers. I think I look forward to a very meaningful discussion over the period of next 2 days, and this would be a beginning by Pune chapter, and probably rest of the chapters of Institute of Engineers might follow the suit. Probably we need to create some study material on this subject, and as Dr. Mundada said, probably we need to review all the syllabus. For the first time, I have also requested the Agriculture Minister to incorporate courses on land laws, basics of 712 extract and other things for agriculture syllabus. So if some farmer or any agriculture graduate is learning for 4.5 years and he doesn't know how to read a 712 extract, this is a very difficult kind of situation for a farmer also. And therefore this is similar, this similar situation with all the other disciplines of engineering as well as social sciences also. So I look forward to very meaningful discussion on this, and I'll be contributing for the first session on land laws related to land, possession, succession with many case studies. Thank you so much.